And yeah, there's some difficult choices that we have to make. We might need to ask voters for an increase in revenue. But if we can show where those monies are going, and if we say, look, this is going to be something that's going to continue to make our education system better, I think most Arizonans would agree that that's what we need to do.
Our success collectively really depends on what we're willing to commit to each other individually.
Here in Arizona, you have a lot of retired people. Many of them don't want to pay taxes to pay for the next generation. But it's the next generation whose productivity pays their Social Security. And they didn't get to where they got by an act of God. Somebody paid for their education.
We all look out for each other in this country, and we all make sure, that we have equal opportunity. That's one of the basic tenets of being an American citizen.
That's what this country has been about. That's what we have done for the last 200 years. We have always created an environment in which the next generation has the opportunity to do better than the last.
And if we can't make that pitch to the baby boomers, who are going to be the largest voting bloc in the history of this country, then I think we will have missed the boat tremendously.
We need people in our leadership collaborating together to create solutions to Arizona that include everyone.
If we don't make the investments necessary for the future in higher education, in pre-K education, in K through 12 public education, we have the potential that we will fall back to a state similar to that seen in the Deep South back in the 60s.
It's a grim picture, but it's a picture we can change. And that's why this work is so important. It's not hard to persuade school teachers or parents of young children that we need to invest more money in better schools. But the hard part is to persuade everybody else.
You've got to draw interested individuals in key leadership positions in communities into a conversation so that you can actually develop a long-term public policy tax discussion.
You're changing people's thinking. You're changing long-term policy, economic policy, tax policy, school funding structures. And you have to change the political environment. And all of those are connected.
Some people really dislike the political process. They just say, I hate politics, I don't want to get involved with that, or I don't want to walk door to door, I don't like talking to people, or I don't like calling people. And it's like, you know what, you just have to get over that.
We all need to play a role, and it's going to be unpleasant, and there are going to be arguments, and it's going to be hard work, but that's the only way that good things come.
You must be involved politically. You must care who you elect as a state legislator. And I say you've got to go out and work to elect the people who we need in office.
So as you work in your job or with your association or with your colleagues, whether you're a teacher or a school employee outside of the classroom, or if you have another role in a school or in a community but are interested in the success of schools, you can help to lead that success by giving legitimacy and credibility to the people who are doing this work with you.
The joy is in the struggle. The joy is in believing that you can make a difference.
And we have a moral obligation. It is a moral issue that we as a society have children that have a right to have a good life. And what at least we can do is give them an adequate education to have a fair shot at that.
I'm glad that our members and our leadership saw the value in pulling together these types of conversations, and I'm proud that we're willing to carry these conversations farther. I'm going to be looking to the AEA membership who go to work in these schools every day. Recognize these are people who chose a career to change the world.